Hi everyone, and welcome to Ops IQ. In this video, I'm going to be talking about flexibility, particularly should you implement Flextime. So why is this important? Why talk about Flextime at all? Well, first of all, many clients are concerned about Flextime because they might be missing out. They don't completely understand the costs and benefits. And at the end of the day, does implementing Flextime really improve performance and productivity? So let's dive into the research to help answer these concerns. First of all, the main problem with the question, should you implement Flextime, is it's the wrong question. The correct question is, what needs to happen for our employees to achieve their desired goals? Or more specifically, what needs to happen to create a long-term competitive strategic advantage in performance? And to measure performance, we would use metrics to determine if improvements are being made. This study from the Journal of Managerial Psychology shows that simply increasing flexibility does not necessarily get you more performance. It's more complicated than that. We don't want to use flexibility simply because it feels good or it's trendy to do so, or we think that flexibility alone will get results. There has to be a plan. What happens if you just implement Flextime and think things will get better? If you do that, employees may take Flextime for granted. Your employees may have a better than average bias and feel entitled. A better than average bias means a person feels they are better than everyone else. So they, not anyone else, should have more flexibility. They feel entitled. It's like when you ask drivers if they are a good driver. Something like 90% say they are good. That's impossible. The average should be 50%. So you have to be careful that you are not using Flextime to reward employees. You want to use it so that they can be more productive. So how do you make sure you don't fall into the better than average bias trap? You put the focus on the employees and ask them, what will you do and when will you do it? Employees can't take for granted Flextime because their work environment is not dictated or negotiated from their boss. It's dictated by them taking responsibility for their own performance and executing on that expectation. So what's the solution? Again, the question is wrong. It's not, do you deserve Flextime? It's, what do you need to complete the work? Senior leaders need to set high-level goals. They should do this, including employees, so you get their input. And the goal, of course, has to be specific. Not, we want to be the best company in the world, but something like, we want to reduce defects in product X by 1% in the next quarter. And you let employees set expectations, not you, and let them tell you how they will accomplish the goal and when they will accomplish the goal. Let your employees create actions and have them review them frequently. You can use an action item list shown here, which really just shows who does what by when. When all of this is done, you don't care how, when, or where employees work, as long as they meet their expectations at the action item list review. The question of Flextime becomes a secondary decision. Just let employees know the goal and let them do the work. Interfering with their work will reduce their performance. It's like the old equation, performance is equal to ability minus interference. So don't interfere. I can tell you that every time I go in and analyze an organization's performance, the night shift is always more productive. Why? There's no interference. Leaders are all sleeping. And I like to tease them about this. So what can you do? Use open questions to ask employees, what do you need to achieve the goal? And then keep on doing that. Keep it consistent. So don't tell employees how to do their job. Support what they need to do their job. And you need to keep doing this to change the culture. Don't implement a Flextime program. Instead, leaders should start asking different questions of their employees. Instead of saying, how can we implement Flextime, ask, we need to get this done. How do you propose doing it? So again, focus on the goal and let employees decide how they are going to implement and achieve that goal. Hire a consultant to work with your front line to make this kind of questioning natural. This changes culture without people even thinking it's change management. They will change and wonder how the change happened because it's easy and it's their idea. A diagnostic must be performed. A diagnostic means doing a study of what is going on in your business. This will determine what the particular issues are in each area. It will also determine the costs and rewards and what metrics will determine this. A diagnostic will determine what resistance may occur and how to mitigate it. You just can't come in and force fit Flextime into your culture. You need a diagnostic so expectations can be discussed before implementation. So how do you know Flextime is working for you? First of all, self-reporting data is useless. Don't use a survey where you ask everyone if they're happy or something like that. No one will say they were less productive ever. Everyone will always say they are happy, so it's just a waste of time. You need to look at specific empirical metrics. Metrics like uptime, downtime, cost per unit, action items completed, and new ideas developed. I guarantee you that when the metrics are improving, everybody improves. Everyone wants to know the score, and people are happy when they get things done. They are not happy when they are filling out surveys. The bottom line is, it doesn't matter what other studies concluded. What matters is the results in your company, division, or unit. So let's go over what we discussed in this video. Should we implement Flextime is the wrong question. Instead, ask what do we need to do to improve performance. Move operational decisions to the front line, and then monitor actions and costs. Only then can you decide whether or not to implement Flextime. Thanks for watching, and if you like this video, make sure you give it a like, share it with a friend, and subscribe. And if you want to be notified every time I put out a video, make sure you hit the notification bell as well. Finally, if you are looking for specific corporate performance coaching, details on how to do so are down in the description. As always, thanks for watching, and see you next time on Ops IQ.